Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Origins. Last time we left off, we finished up in Hunleith. We came back here to stash our stuff, our bags are empty, and remember a few parts ago, on my way to one of the locations I came across a big crater, and there was some kind of substance in the crater, and it said, somebody might be able to use this. I took the thing over to the Mr. Levi's brother here, Mikhail Dryden, and he's crafted for me a new weapon. He has crafted for me a sword called Starfang, which is pretty decent. It's got 3 slots for runes, and it's it's a pretty decent two-handed sword. So this could be my sword for quite a while now. So here it is, Starfang, Hoston's sword, his own personal crafted sword. Will blow me down. But anyway, I think it's off for a wee chat with our colleagues for a bit of a chill out of the campfire, get to know them, before we head off to carry on with our main adventure. I think we might need to go to the land of Al Eamon. Since he's dying, better go there first. Yes, it's nice to be back in camp. Just a bit of a leg stretch, a bit of a chill out, before we must go back and carry on with such serious business. Hey Poochie, how are you doing? Haven't seen you for a while.
Look at what your fool dog placed in my pack.
What's he done?
A putrid, half-eaten hare is not something a woman wants to find in her unmentionables.
Oh, it's a gesture of goodwill. It's a thought that counts, eh?
Dirty mongrel can have this back. There. And tell him not to do it again.
You heard the lady. No more hairs in her bag. Happy?
I don't want it, you worthless fur bag.
Aye. Less of the bloody fur bag. Bloody mean lady.
Oh, he's just trying to be manipulative, I can tell. I do it too.
Yes, I've noticed. Ignore the lady, Poochie. Mean old Morion. Wouldn't know a gift if it came up and slapped her on the backside. Right, Alistair. How's things?
What do you need?
Just a bit of a chat.
Ask away.
So, you remember you were telling me about you were a Templar in the past, but you seem to hate the Chantry. Why remain a Templar?
Have you seen the uniform? It's not only stylish, but well made. I'm a sucker for good tailoring.
I could have sworn it was heavy plate.
That's just in public. In private, we have these yellow and purple tunics, right? Much more comfortable, and you don't break the beds when you jump on them during a pillow fight.
I see. And you had a lot of these pillow fights, I take it?
Pillow fights? I mean, no, of course not. I meant sword fights. With rusty swords, dripping with acid. The kind that puts hair on your chest.
Ah, yes.
You don't really want to know about my being a Templar, do you? It's really quite boring.
Oh, is it? Okay. Well, then why don't you make something up a bit more exciting, eh?
You know, I like the way you think. You're all right. If you're really curious, then I'll tell you. The truth of the matter is that I did hate going to the monastery. The initiates from poor families thought I put on airs, while the noble ones called me a bastard and ignored me. I felt like Al Eamon had cast me off, unwanted, and I was determined to be bitter. But I took some solace in the training itself, I guess. I was actually quite good at it.
And what exactly did you enjoy?
The education, mostly, but also the discipline. You need to have a disciplined mind in order to use the abilities we have. It was difficult, but rewarding. I never really felt at home anywhere, though, until I joined the Grey Wardens. And Duncan felt my Templar abilities might be useful when we encountered Darkspawn magic, so I kept it up. What about you? Do you have anywhere you consider home?
Well, I suppose Orzammar was my home. I was there for a long time. I mean, I was castless. Don't get me wrong, I was not a high member of society, to say the least. Downtrodden, spat upon, and not the rest, but I suppose home is home, and yes, I do miss it a little bit.
But it's not your home anymore, right? You can never go back for good. I think I understand how you feel. We won't always be traveling like this, you know. Once the war is over, once the Blight is... well, a time will come when we'll have to think about having a real home again. Though that seems like a far ways off. And I suppose the Grey Wardens are gone for good, either way.
Well, I suppose they can be rebuilt in time.
I suppose you're right. We can create new Grey Wardens, but we'll never get back those we lost. I wonder if it would ever feel the same. Anyhow, now I've sidetracked us. We'd better get back to what we're supposed to be doing right now.
Yes, I suppose so. Well, until next time we speak, Alistair, keep your chin up. No more blubbering into your bloody gauntlets. Ah, Liliana, always a pleasure to see you warming your hands by the fire. Care for a quick chat?
Yes?
Good. I like to talk.
Well, here I am.
Indeed you are. So, I asked you this last time, but I'll ask you again. Any more tales to share of your travelling minstrel days?
Of course I do. I love stories far too much to keep them to myself. Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think.
It's like having your, personal fairy tales told to you at bedtime. It's marvellous. Okay, so, how about today we listen to some Ferelden legends?
I know one, told to me by my mother a long time ago. It always chilled me to the bone. Maybe you have heard of Flemeth?
Oh, God, not this. I have heard of Flemeth, yes. Morrigan's mother was bloody called Flemeth.
Are you sure? Was she the Flemeth of legend? Flemeth, the devourer of men? Flemeth, mother of witches? Flemeth, demon-touched, who dwells in the mists?
Not quite. More like Flemeth, the old lady.
Well, if Flemeth really exists, she would be very, very old indeed. Ferelden mothers scare their daughters with talk of Flemeth. They say that if you're bad, Flemeth will spirit you away and bind you to her forever. They also say that Flemeth mourns her lost beauty and will steal yours through your looking glass if she catches you.
Well, might as well tell me the whole story, eh? Not cut to the shortcuts.
Flemeth's beauty was known throughout the land. She had hair like unto a moonless night, skin as pale as winter's first snow, and eyes as beautiful and perilous as the sea.
I see.
When she came of age, she came to the attention of the Lord of Highever, Conobar, and he took her for his wife. Conobar soon learned that his young bride had the gift of magic. He kept this a secret, for he feared that she would be taken from him. Flemeth stayed with Conobar for some years, and with his blessing she practiced her art. And then one day, a young poet named Osen came to the castle. Flemeth was captivated by Osen's voice, and he by her beauty, and they fell in love.
Oh dear. Oh, the plot thickens.
Flemeth longed to be with her true love, and she and Osen fled from Conobar's lands, seeking refuge in the Kokari wilds with the Chasing tribes. They lived there happily for many a year, till the day Flemeth received news that Conobar was dying and longed to see her face one last time. Flemeth's heart swelled with pity for the man who once was her husband, and begged Osen to return to Conobar's side with her. But when Flemeth and Osen entered Highever, they were captured by Conobar's men, and Osen was slain in front of Flemeth's eyes.
Well,
Flemeth was imprisoned in the highest tower of the castle, there to await Conobar's judgment on her. Distraught at the loss of her love, Flemeth plotted revenge against her husband. She summoned a fey demon, intending for it to wreak vengeance on Conobar. But a spell went awry. The demon possessed Flemeth. turning her into an abomination, the halls of the castle ran red with blood as Flemeth slaughtered Conobar and all his men. The last of Flemeth's humanity melted away, and at dawn, she stole back to the wilds to plot and scheme for 100 years. They say she took to her side many chastened men, and with their help, begat her daughter witches, who even now prowl the dark places of the Kokari wilds.
Well, that was rather beautiful. I'm almost ready for bed now. Thank you very much. As far as stories go, I think I've had enough for one day, so we'll move on. Thank you for that, Liliana. I'll be sure to pop by again when I need to be put to sleep, yes. Ah, Sten, man, a few words. How are you doing?
Yes,
Okay, let's have a look. I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Why did you come to Ferelden?
To answer a question,
Ah. Well, yes, what was the question?
the Arishok asked what is the Blight. By his curiosity, I am now here.
Ah, how ironic. So you do actually have a purpose on my little journey here. So, well, first of all, why would the Canary care about the Blight?
Why do you?
I suppose it could destroy the world, yes. Good point. I've answered my own question.
Do you think the Kunari live on some other world then?
No. As I said, I see your point, yes. Okay. Very good. Okay. So, do you have to report back after all this is done then?
Yes.
And when do you plan to do that?
Why do you? I cannot go home.
Oh, well, why not?
It doesn't matter now. Can we move on? We keep the dark spawn waiting.
Fine, we'll go for now.
As you wish.
But I got you speaking a few more words, didn't I, eh? Yes, I won't give up, Stan. I know there's a heart in there somewhere.